Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
The bonds that we terminated, you gentlemen are free to leave. Thank you all. We're ready to adjourn.
You just watched the moment 3 men accused of plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer were set free after being found not guilty by a jury. The verdict coming in just an hour ago from Antrim County in northern Lower Michigan. Eric Molitor, along with his twin brothers Michael and William Null, were on trial for 15 days. The jury siding with them after their attorneys argued they were unsuspecting pawns in that plot that has led to 9 other convictions.
Governor Whitmer's office issued a statement calling the verdict disappointing. We'll have much more on this verdict in later editions of Local 4 News starting at 4 p.m. And now here's the other big story we are following today, a live look at Ford's Michigan assembly plant where auto workers are on strike and contract talks are on pause. A historic UAW strike targeting all Detroit automakers at the same time.
This is all frustration out here, disappointment, unbelief. We can't believe this is going on, that they're going to treat us like this.
Until we get a fair contract, we're not going to go back to work.
While leaders of the Big Three say the UAW's demands are out of reach.
We don't need to be on strike right now.
40% will put us out of business.
Well, the UAW promised a strike at midnight. That is exactly what happened. Picketers are striking outside of plants across the Midwest.
That's right. Those strikes are happening here in Wayne, in Toledo, Ohio, and then in Wentzville, Missouri. We have Local 4's Sean Lay outside of the Ford Michigan assembly plant in Wayne. Sean, the pickets have grown since this morning. So what impact could these strikes have?
Now, Karen and Nick, we can see and really feel the impact. I can show you one thing at a time here. There's the plant there where it's supposed to finish Rangers and Broncos. It's idle, not working. You've got UAW members in the rank and file that would be in there finishing those vehicles. They're out here. They're not working. They're on strike, fighting for those higher wages. I can walk you over here. There's a train that's not moving, bringing in components, parts from suppliers. And then there's a truck that should be carrying, you would think, new vehicles out to the dealerships for sale. So that is the impact you can actually see up close. We're asking the people on the picket line what they're feeling 12 hours in. 12 hours in, essentially, right now. What is it like? How does it feel?
It feels good right now because right now they set us up in 6-hour shifts. So we're only doing 6 from 6 to 12 p.m. So that's how they setting up everything. So right now it feels good, but I'd much rather be inside.
Robert Earl leads a team inside the Ford Michigan assembly plant here in Wayne. At this noon hour, he's leading a team of UAW members as they strike Ford for the first time in decades. Are you worried about the kitchen table issues like the bills and things of that nature with the paychecks not coming in?
Somewhat, but hopefully it doesn't last that long. We're hoping it doesn't last more than a few days.
Kiana Shanklin is a UAW member and a mom. She works due east from here at the Mack assembly plant for Stellantis. What does a mother's intuition tell you? How long is this going to go?
We don't know. We just don't know. Just got to be prepared and hope to get the support from the community to support us as well. So I feel like as long as we have the support of the community and we stay together in solidarity, it'll all work out right.
All work out right. So Kiana there, as I mentioned, she's from the Mack assembly plant way over on the east side. That plant is working today. This is a targeted strike, so it's not her shift, but her members and friends, family, brothers and sisters are on the line there. Kind of unusual. We got striking UAW members there, and the plant is working there. She came here on her own time with her little girl to show support, driving all the way out here. So we'll be out here the rest of the day. You heard Robert, guys, say he hopes it's just a few days. That may be optimistic at this point, but we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, especially since we know contract negotiations aren't starting again until Monday. Sean, thank you so much. The UAW is also striking the Stellantis Toledo assembly plant. Sky 4 over the strike right now. These are live pictures. The 5,800 UAW members are there, and they make the Jeep Wrangler and the Gladiator. The workers there sharing the sentiments of those on strike here in Michigan. They told Local 4's Kim DeGiulio this morning that strike sends a strong message with a huge impact.
Ultimate impact, right? We're not in there making product, and that's what we are. We're workers. That's what we want to do. We wish we could be in there. If they would bring us a fair contract, we would be in there working right now.
And the final plant being hit with strikes today is a General Motors plant in Wentzville, Missouri. That's about 40 minutes outside of St. Louis. This video is from shortly after the strike went live and auto workers walked off the job. The Wentzville assembly plant makes the Colorado and Canyon midsize pickups and the Express and Savannah vans. There are 3,600 union members there.
This strategy will keep the companies guessing. It will give our national negotiators maximum leverage and flexibility in bargaining. And if we need to go all out, we will.
Meantime, we are hearing from GM CEO Mary Barra and Ford CEO Jim Farley. Now, both say they have put offers on the table that are better than anything that they have ever offered, but also say the UAW demands of a 40% pay increase are not reasonable.
We don't need to be on strike right now. You know, we put a historic offer on the table that not only has very significant gross wage increases, total through the contract, over 20%, that compounded is 21%.
40% will put us out of business. We would lose $15 billion. We would have to cut people, close plants. What's the good of that? It's not a sustainable business. There's a fine line here that we won't go past.
Now, all of this while a UAW rally is planned at the Ford UAW building, which is right next to Huntington Place at the beginning of the Auto Show Charity Preview. Our business editor, Rod Maloney, joining us live now for some additional perspective. And Rod, you see what's happening in just a short amount of time, 12 hours so far, and they're already talking about the ripple effects that even just these three plants could have.
Well, the immediate ripple effect will be, Nick, at the Wayne Assembly plant, in that they just shut down the paint and the finish area. Well, if you can't finish and you can't paint vehicles, they're not going to make them anymore. So they're probably going to run out or stop production at the rest of the facility here in the next day, if not, either over the weekend or Monday, because they just can't keep doing that. So that will be the immediate ripple effect. I did check in with Cox Automotive, and they tell us that, like, for instance, at that plant, the Ranger plant, the Bronco plant, the Ranger's 35 days supply. The Bronco has 47 days supply on hand. Whereas on the flip side of that, in Toledo, the Jeep Wrangler has an 82-day supply of vehicles, and the Gladiator 207 days supply. So the Ford plant will make it so that there won't be a lot of product to be had in the dealerships before too long, because normally they like to keep about 60 days supply, 35, half of that. That means that they could run out of vehicles here pretty quickly.
So, Rod, what do you make of the negotiations being put on hold for today and the weekend and possibly not resuming until Monday at the earliest?
Well, you get the impression that that's exactly what Shawn Fain had in mind. In other words, this whole thing is set up to sort of put the pot on the boil. Last night, by picking the three plants they did, they're all assembly plants, but they're not major assembly plants. It's not the F-150 plant. It's not the Flint truck plant, or even the Ram plants that we have here in Metro Detroit. And so those are the ones that are really hurt financially. This is the one that just gets the pot boiling here a little bit. And so I think that's what Fain's doing, is he's going to start slow and then build up. So I think that I think everybody in this wants to take a little time off, to take a step back, figure out what they're going to do, come back fresh on Monday and see if they can't get this thing settled.
So while that is a conversation, any ideas on what the next steps would be as far as striking goes? Are they going to move those strikes to the next plant in the next day or so?
It doesn't make a lot of sense based on the strategy. In other words, what they want to do is to have this have impact. Well, if they're not talking, they won't know until later next week, when the car companies come back to the table to see what they offer, to see if they've changed their offers anymore, if they sweeten the pot any. And you get the impression, listening to Jim Farley there, that they may have given their best offer. So it's going to get interesting here, and I wouldn't expect them to announce another change in the strike status until probably middle of next week, or maybe even the end of next week. We'll have to see.
Okay, Rod Maloney, our business editor, thank you so much. And of course, Rod, we'll see you back here for our newscasts at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock for continued coverage.
The timing of the strike next to the auto show and tonight's the charity preview certainly makes for an interesting headline. The UAW says they will not picket at the charity preview the night at the North American International Auto Show when the public gets that chance to check out the show.
Yeah, the auto show opens to the public at 10 a.m. tomorrow and is open daily through the 24th. Tickets are $20 for adults, $12 for seniors, and $10 for kids.
A reminder to join us at 7 this evening for coverage of the charity preview. Jason, Rhonda, Ashley, and Darnell will be live at Huntington Place, where they'll also be joined by special guests as we check out the latest auto innovations. Also, by the way, during the broadcast, Devin, Kim, and Rod Maloney will be providing updates on the UAW strike.